Every family has its secrets. Locked away behind our front doors are the hidden pasts, the buried scandals, and the life-changing decisions that have shaped our families and our nation.
The story goes, my grandfather was kidnapped from his birth parents.
I think my mother was haunted, afraid, and guilty of something.
It was a baby swap. I was swapped with somebody else.
What I said that's missing is there's no father's name.
We have this mystery uncle who disappeared. He never was heard of again.
Do you know if they're still...
Yeah.
No. Really?
Every family has a secret uncovers the extraordinary stories behind our everyday lives. This time, two Melbourne women explore unsolved family mysteries.
Where did this kid come from? We're talking about a potential kidnapping.
Academic Dr. Sofia Rios Miranda wants to know if rumours her great-grandparents abducted a British boy are true.
Everyone thought we would never find him, ever.
And adoptee Dr. Penny Mackieson searches for her real family after discovering she was baby swapped.
I was misidentified as her baby, and someone else was misidentified as me.
After years of rejection and closed doors,
Gee whiz, okay.
Penny might finally have a reason to hope.
How was that?
I think of myself as Mexican. I mean, I guess technically Mexican-Australian now, because I am a citizen of this country. My mom lives in Mexico City, so when I go back, it's just such a treat. It's being surrounded by family, surrounded by food, surrounded by music, surrounded by color. It is home. It will always be home.
Prior to settling in Melbourne, 38-year-old Sofia Rios Miranda travelled the world studying filmmaking, particularly telenovelas, the TV soap operas made famous in Latin America.
Melodrama really runs through the veins of Mexicans. It's family secrets and twists and turns and hidden identities. This story could not be more of a telenovela if you tried.
Sofia Rios Miranda was born in Mexico, into what was understood to be a Mexican family. But a 100-year-old story her mother was told about Sofia's grandfather has placed a huge question mark over her true heritage. The story goes Sofia's grandfather was abducted as a baby in Mexico from an English family. So, if it's true, how did that happen? And who were his real parents?
Hola, Noni.
Sophia, lovely to meet you.
Please come on in.
Thank you so much. So, Sophia, this is some mystery that we have to unravel. So it's your mum's father that we're talking about?
Correct. This is my grandfather as a little kid.
What a sweetie.
He is.
And what year was he born?
So we believe he may have been born between 1917 and 1919. We're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
These are my great-grandparents, Esperanza and Ulises.
Mm-hmm.
We believe that my great-grandfather could not have children. And so, where did this kid come from?
Wow.
And how did he came about into this Mexican family?
Yeah.
We're talking about a potential adoption, a potential kidnapping. Abduction. All that I know is through what my mother has told me and through the stories she's been told. So there are what I think is like three options. One, my great-grandparents had my grandfather, and that's their child, and someone came up with great gossip. The second one is that my grandfather was adopted by my great-grandparents, but did not talk about it. The other option, which I have heard, is that there was apparently a British family that would have left my grandfather in Mexico because at the time we had World War I. And so better to keep a kid safe, you know, with a family. And when they came back saying like, okay, things are good, we want our son back, my mom believes maybe my great-grandparents were really attached to him because they couldn't have kids. And so they just hid him away. And the British family just never saw their son again.
Are there things that make you think that that's a possibility?
I think it's particularly telling, and this is another point, when my grandfather was older, he was sent away, just hidden for a period of time. My mom believes that so the British family could not track him down, and also why they would have changed his name.
His name was changed?
Correct.
That's unusual.
Yeah, it is unusual.
Potentially a crime occurred. So what would you ideally like to be the outcome?
I want to give an answer to my mother. She really wants to know the truth. Was he adopted? Was he taken? Why was he hidden away? Why was the name changed? What is the heritage?
And how extraordinary if you can find blood relatives through that.
And I think if there are, it will also be shocking for them. You know, whether someone has been looking for this kid. I hope to get an answer. It would be such a gift to give to my mother, because it has been the question of her lifetime. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2021. And so dealing with the pandemic and that was difficult. And one of the first things that I thought about when she told me was like, I just hope she makes it through, because I've always wanted her to know this. Hola, Ma.
¿Cómo estás, mi bonita?
Bien, ¿y tú? How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited and very hopeful that I'll finally solve the mystery of my father's real family.
What do you think your father would say about this?
And you know, I had a very special bond with my father. And I think deep inside of him, he wanted to know too. I would like to be assured that I'm not crazy, that my father was really British.
I hope I can give you what you're after.
The first step in working out whether Sophia's grandfather, Jose Nicolas, was either the natural son of his Mexican parents, adopted, or even kidnapped, is investigating the family's DNA. Ancestry's Brad Argent is meeting Sophia at a local movie theatre.
Sophia, we've analysed your mum's DNA. It's helped us confirm a few things.
Okay.
So, first off the list is, we're talking here about your grandfather. We're able to confirm Ulysses and Esperanza are not his biological parents.
Okay. Wow. That's big.
So, the second thing was there was talk of his biological parents being English. Well, that also seems to be pretty true. When we look at the DNA, there's a lot of European in there. Of course, some of that is English. A closer look at the DNA enables us to work out who his grandparents were on the paternal side, your great-great-grandparents. So, do you want to know who they are?
Yes.
So it's Leon Kuhn and Teresa Prorock, your grandfather's grandparents. So they were from Switzerland.
Switzerland.
But they went from there to Hungary.
Okay.
And then they went from Hungary to Mexico.
Okay.
Now, they're quite an industrious family. Leon leaves an estate that was worth more than $15 million in today's money.
Okay.
Now, he had 5 children. 4 males. Now, any one of those 4 could be your grandfather's father. We think it's one of these 2.
So Leo or Francis?
Yes. Now, Leo is born in 1888. We have a picture.
You have a picture.
That's in there.
Oh, my God.
Now, he looks like a businessman.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a businessman. He's an artist. That's either his father or his uncle.
Do we know anything about Francis?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Okay. Oh my God, that photo's great.
This is a picture of Francis,
Oh, he's so cool.
but that's not the name he went by. He went by Count.
Count.
Count Byron Kuhn de Prorock. This is the Count. Now, this guy was something of an archaeologist. He was a filmmaker. He was an author. He was an actor. He has his own Wikipedia page. Let me bring it up for you.
Prorock came to believe he had found evidence that proved Atlantis lay in North Africa. It sounds like a movie. He has come to be regarded as a tomb raider or grave robber. Oh no. Oh no. Regardless of his archaeological faults, the Prorock was a pioneer in using motion pictures, which he did first in 1920. However, none of his films survive.
Well, that's not entirely accurate.
Oh no. Oh no.
Do you want to watch a movie?
No, you're kidding.
I kid you not.
Here in Carthage, we find in many of these carefully sealed urns marvelous jewels and other riches, plus the bones of their firstborn. A more pleasant discovery followed the raising of this 3,000-pound stone that sealed the grave of a dancing girl. She literally had rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Among our finds, a child savings bank, very much like the little piggy banks of our own time, and with its 6 coins, the date 300 BC. Our desert friends on their beautiful Arab steeds escort us back to civilization.
I have no words right now.
We know your grandfather's paternal line. But what about the maternal line?
Yeah. What else do you know? Tell me everything.
Key to your grandfather's mother is on that page, Lorraine.
Lorraine.
So you need to speak to Lorraine.
Does Lorraine want to speak with me?
Yes, she does.
She does. Where is Lorraine?
Lorraine is actually here in Australia.
You're kidding.
No.
You're kidding.
She is flying down to talk to you because she has stuff to tell you.
What? Oh, my mom's gonna be so happy. And I'm gonna be happy too. It's wild. I feel overwhelmed to really have proof and evidence of the family that is ours. DNA has opened all of these doors to people that up until today I didn't know existed. We have a surname, the Kuhn family.
With part of the mystery solved on her grandfather's paternal line, Sophia is now hoping her newly discovered Australian relative will reveal her great-grandmother's identity and the truth about her grandfather's rumoured abduction. 59-year-old adoptee Penny Mackieson is searching for her parents for a second time.
It's like going back to being a child and a teenager and wondering who I am, who do I look like.
In her 20s, Penny reunited with her birth mum, but a recent DNA test produced a shocking result, stemming from a grave error made when she was a newborn.
It was just smack in your face. It was a baby swap. It was a baby swap. I was swapped with somebody else.
Penny Mackieson has always known she was adopted. It's shaped her career as a social worker, author and commentator, championing the rights of adoptees. But in an unexpected twist, Penny's own story of searching for her biological mother would turn out to be the most extraordinary of all. Hello? Penny, nice to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Thank you very much. So, I'd like to start right at the beginning. When did you start to want to look for information about your biological mum?
My second pregnancy was twins, and the babies were born very prematurely. at 22 weeks and 5 days and passed away. And, yeah, pretty much the bottom dropped out of my life. It was just, you know, the biggest thing in my life. I felt like I was just falling down a big black hole and didn't know who it was and, you know, sort of grasping for a bit of stability. And I just felt I had to reach out and try and find my mother and connect myself and sort of put myself back together. So I got the records out and I wrote the letter, and I was like so shocked that she replied almost like immediately and was, you know, really very welcoming, and we, you know, developed a relationship, and this went on for, yeah, nearly 20 years. And she kept saying, oh, you're dark like your father, you're dark like your father. But she never had any photos of him.
You were looking for a point of recognition.
I mean, I knew the heritage, you know, English, Welsh, but it was just eating me up, and I thought, I cannot die and not know who I look like. I've got to look like someone.
So what did you do?
Well, that's when eventually I decided to do an Ancestry DNA test in 2016.
And what did that reveal to you?
It said I was 70% Greek and 0% English, Irish, Welsh, and nothing from the British Isles, 0. And I just thought, they've mixed up my test. I wrote this big long email, and then, of course, I got the reply back saying, we're confident that we didn't mix your test up. Yeah. Okay. And I thought, OK, this is...
The plot thickens.
This is getting a bit serious.
Yes, yes.
I've got to ask my mother, my natural mother, to do the test.
Yeah. What did it show?
We're not related. Yeah, because there was no connection at all. I wasn't in her DNA relative, she wasn't in mine. Nothing.
This is a sort of inconceivable experience.
Clearly, I was misidentified as her baby and someone else was misidentified as me. She didn't want to talk about it and didn't really want to talk with me after that.
She cut off contact?
Well, I kept trying, and it ended up being me and my family have to move on now. And basically, yeah, I wasn't in that picture. Yeah, so, no, we don't have contact anymore.
So what did you do?
I then went back to the Victorian Government's Adoption Information Service and said, we've got a problem. I'm not related to the mother who's on my adoption records, who's on my original birth record. She's not my mother. You need to look for a Greek woman who was in the hospital having a baby on the same day or around the same time.
Yeah.
And they were horrified that this had happened. Within 6 weeks, they found some Greek mothers who were having babies at that time. They identified the person who they thought was my mother.
So you were given your Greek mother's details?
No, not that simple. The Adoption Information Service reached out to the mother in Greece, the Greek mother. So she's still alive, which is, you know, marvellous, and in her early 80s. She doesn't deny that she had a child, but she does not want a bar of me. She does not want to give a DNA sample. She doesn't want any further contact.
So what are you hoping that we can do?
I accept that, you know, I'm probably never going to meet, you know, my mother. I can't see her changing her mind, so I accept that. I don't like it, but I accept it. I'm hoping that there is some way of finding somebody who can verify through DNA verification that the person that the department now thinks is my mother. OK, at least I know, and I can be happy in knowing that, and that's something. It's more than I know now.
Oh, Penny, I hope we can help you, I really do. Without DNA, there's no proof Victorian authorities have identified the right woman, but they have shared with Penny some details about her potential Greek mother. In 1962, at just 23, speaking almost no English, pregnant and alone, the young woman arrived in Melbourne's Port Phillip Bay. After giving birth, she married a newly arrived Greek immigrant and had 2 sons and another daughter. And in the 1970s, the family returned to Greece. Now a widow, she's adamant she doesn't want her children informed about Penny.
She begged Adoption Information Services not to contact them. There was no promise made that we wouldn't try to contact them, and indeed, we've continued to try. She also begged them to not contact her anymore because she described it as a dark shame that she'd conceived and given birth, and that it was a haunting memory when her baby was taken away. There's a chance to have contact, and I want that, but she doesn't. It would be nice to think that she could overcome her shame. What I'd give just to have one contact.
How Penny came to be swapped at Melbourne's Queen Victoria Memorial Hospital remains unclear.
It's hard to know whether it was an accident or whether it was for some reason deliberate.
To start her journey, Penny is meeting with researcher Dr. Madonna Grean, who has insights into maternity hospitals of the era.
Hi, Penny, come in. Thank you. We're heading up this way. When I've asked people about working in either labour wards or nurseries in the 60s, the only word they can give me is chaos. You know, in the 60s, the process of labelling a baby was far less certain than what we have today.
Would there have been a band anywhere? One band?
I've got an example of some things I'd like to show you.
Great.
When a baby was born in labour ward, they had what was called a luggage label. Literally a luggage label. It was tied with a Hessian string. Once the baby was taken to the nursery, a cotton tag like this was stitched onto the baby's arm with a needle. And I'm no seamstress, so I wouldn't like to see how it would stay on a wrist if I sewed it. So when it comes to understanding how a switch, a mistake might have occurred, there's lots of opportunity where an innocent mistake could be made completely inadvertently. And this is taken around about the time of your birth. But there's potential in each of those babies for smudged ink, for loose knots, for stitching that comes undone, or babies losing weight and losing the tag that way.
I think the biggest part of me thinks it was an accident, but there's this little part of me that thinks, but how do we know? When I've applied to Monash Health under FOI for records, well, they can't find them.
Yeah, I think that must be really difficult. Again, you like to think that people and systems work perfectly, but they don't. When I was working as a research midwife, I also wanted records from the early 1960s, and I went looking for the same records. I applied for them. They were already missing by then.
So
and
all the records or
no,
some of the
some records? But it does mean that for a whole year, the primary record that helped identify your birth on a particular day at a particular time doesn't exist.
So, you know, I am frustrated. If they knew that those records weren't there, they should have told me none of the records are there, instead of this, oh, we can't locate yours. It just makes it feel so much more like a conspiracy where there probably was none. It's not that easy for me to suddenly go from all of my adulthood thinking I was Anglo-Celtic to just suddenly switch. There was a lot of anger that it could have happened. I think that was the emotion that kept really breaking through. And it hurts. It hurts that, I don't want to say wasted my life, but part of me is very much I've wasted a big part of my life, and I'll never get that back.
After years of disappointments and rejection, Penny is about to get a call that finally offers a glimmer of hope. In Melbourne, academic Dr. Sofia Rios Miranda has narrowed down the identity of her great-grandfather to one of two sons who were part of a wealthy European family living in Mexico in 1917. Now, through DNA, Sophia has also connected to Queenslander Lorraine Cleave, who may hold the key to her grandfather's mother.
Hi, Sophia.
How are you? Can I hug you?
Yes. I believe we're related.
I think so. And I cannot believe you're in Australia.
Yeah, I can't believe you are.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just staring at your eyes and I'm just taking this whole thing in.
We're going to sit down?
Yeah.
Exciting, isn't it?
It is.
My maiden name was Lonigan.
Lonigan.
Irish.
Yeah, Irish.
And my great-grandfather was Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Lonigan.
Nicholas. like Joseph Nicholas.
Oh. So he's a Nicholas as well.
Yeah.
Nicholas Lonergan and Mary Maund. So one of these three girls.
So Hilda, Carmen, or Luisa.
Or Louisa is your...
The mother of my grandfather.
Yes.
Okay.
Now the mystery comes,
Yeah.
which one? Carmen married and had children quite young.
Okay.
So it's probably either Hilda or Louisa.
Okay, so they were all in Mexico.
All in Mexico, yes. There is Hilda.
That's quite an outfit.
My gran was Louisa. And,
Oh, wow.
And we have it written on the back.
At school in London, till her father died 1913, married in Mexico, Thomas Frank Riley.
There's a photo of her marriage.
Louisa,
Thomas. And Thomas. And so eventually they had 3 children. With Thomas, he went back to London to further his education.
Okay.
And he sent for her 6 months later. She arrived in Southampton with the 3 children to meet him, and he wasn't there.
What happened?
He was told by somebody that Louisa had had a baby before she met him.
So we assume this could be my grandfather?
What we were told was that Gran had had a baby to the gardener that worked there.
A gardener?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they kept her in the house, hidden.
Okay, so no one would know?
No one would know. And the doctor delivered the baby, and we were told he adopted that baby.
The doctor?
Yes. So everyone in the family thought we would never find him, ever. That's what we've always thought. Makes me sad to think about it, because Gran was a lovely, lovely woman. She really was. You know, we loved her to pieces, and she would have been a perfect mother. And I think it must have been so hard for her.
So hard.
While news of Louisa's secret child is compelling, talk of a Mexican gardener doesn't fit with what Sophia has learned about the paternal family. So is it possible that Louisa's older sister also fell pregnant?
Do you know anything else about Hilda? Like anything at all? I mean, I don't know what might be Hilda's history.
But we don't know.
What's certain, you know?
We don't know. But either way, we are still...
We're
very close related.
We are related. We're family. I never knew I was going to learn so much.
So was Jose Nicholas's true mother Hilda or Louisa Lonergan? With new leads, Sophia heads to Mexico, hoping the records can reveal more.
But I'm still wondering how he came to be with this Mexican family. What happened? Was he wanted in both places? My mom is going to lose her mind when I tell her these stories. You know, there's a United Kingdom connection. I think it will mean so much to her. Hola, ma. Ay, mi vida. ¿Cómo estás? Qué emoción. Derechita, acuérdate.
Ay, ay, ay.
I'm very grateful that you started this. Just thinking of my father and feeling his presence here, we are doing this for me, but for him too.
For Sophia and her mum Maria, their first stop is a local church, where genealogist Nefi Arenas Salazar has discovered a vital document.
This beautiful place is the Church of San Cosme y San Damian.
Look at that, Mexican Baroque.
This is actually the place where your father was baptized shortly after he was born.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
This is an original baptism register from this church.
On the 28th of September of 1917, the father baptized Jose Nicolas, a natural son of Louisa Maund. Godparents were Don Ronald Stanley and Mrs. Hilda Mary Lonergan.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm crying. And that's Luisa.
Luisa?
Do you see the name?
Lonergan I have heard.
And Hilda, we have heard too. We were thinking it could be Luisa or it could be Hilda, and now you know.
But I have never heard Mount.
Mount is interesting.
Luisa, not wanting maybe to be discovered or not wanting to draw too much attention, she was using not her paternal surname, but she was using her maternal surname.
But she actually was Louisa Lonergan.
Exactly.
It's a great thing to know. Finally.
And also, another piece of the puzzle to give context to this is that Luisa, at this point, she's a young girl. She's 18. No father is mentioned whatsoever.
When we see natural son, that means out of wedlock.
Exactly.
To have to go through that in a Catholic family in Mexico in 1917, she would have had to have a difficult time with extended family, with parents very likely, you know, probably trying to keep it hidden.
2 years after Jose Nicolas was baptized here, he was re-registered in a civil ceremony by Sofia's Mexican great-grandparents, the Miranda Aguirre family.
Mrs. Esperanza Aguirre, 28-year-old married woman, presents the child, Jose Nicolas Miranda Aguirre, the legitimate son of her and her husband.
They're recognizing him as their legitimate son, when clearly the baptism records says something completely different.
Okay, so in the baptism, he's a natural son born out of wedlock, and in the civil registration, he's a legitimate son born of parents who were married.
But he was not their son.
That was the cover moment.
Yes.
So that it could be considered as true and hide the actual origin of my grandfather.
And Luisa, thank you for having my father. Thank you for having my father. Here is a place where my father was cradled,
baptized,
have the water in her head, and that touches me so much.
Sophia and Maria will come to know how keeping Jose Nicolas's illegitimacy hidden was the beginning of decades of secrets and lies. In Melbourne, there is big news for adoptee Penny Mackieson.
Hi, Ange.
After years of unanswered letters and dead ends, the Victorian department assisting Penny has made contact with one of her 3 potential Greek siblings.
Oh, really? Oh, it's so exciting. Yeah, I'm trying to contain myself now, but I mean, you know, it could end up just as disappointing as all the other attempts, but it feels like there's a chance now.
Penny is dialing in for an update from Angie, the manager of Adoption Information Services.
This does feel like a pretty important moment. Could be worst case scenario, and of course the worst case scenario is they want me to go away. So anything not that bad will be good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sort of trying not to hold my breath, but I think I'm holding my breath, and I'm finding it a bit hard to breathe. So.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, Calimera.
Let's go with telling you, Penny, what the 3 of them said.
Yeah.
And that is that they would like to speak with you. So they would like to meet you.
Really?
And that they would like DNA.
Oh, my gosh.
That they are excited to know that they have a sister.
Just great. Yep, no, keep going, Ange, keep going. Yep.
Your younger brother was here in Melbourne 6 years ago.
No way!
Visiting family, some first cousin. A couple of times he did say, I'm happy to come to Melbourne.
You mean before we even do the test?
He thinks you should be together to do the test. I have a sister, I met her, let's have a coffee. Wow, best news ever.
Gee whiz, okay. How was that? It's a bit mind-blowing. I sort of had the feeling that I was left here and that, you know, I was left behind but there's family here as well, so, sorry. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting any of that, really.
Given Penny's history forming a relationship with a woman that turned out not to be her mum, Penny's determined to wait for proof of a family connection before any direct contact with her potential Greek siblings.
Yeah, without a DNA test, I don't know 100% for sure. The most important thing at the moment is to confirm who we are to each other.
But will the result be everything Penny is hoping for?
Right.
Melbourne adoptee Penny Mackieson has a new daily ritual. Greek lessons. She's waited months for her 2 potential brothers' DNA tests to be shipped from Greece and processed. Now the results are in, and Ancestry's Jason Reeve has offered to help Penny analyse them.
I'm just dying to find out. Jason, hi. Please come in, please come in.
Thank you.
Everything's crossed that it's just going to be okay.
Now, what we would expect from those DNA tests is if you are related, you're going to have 2 big hits right at the top of the list. That's what we want to see.
Yep, okay.
All right, here we go. So take a look and tell me what you see.
I see my 2 brothers right after my son. Okay, so 25% shared DNA.
That means half siblings.
Yep.
So the mother that you have suspected to be your biological mother is your biological mother.
I am relieved. I am relieved. I'm really hoping that either of my brothers or my sister or all of them look a bit like me, even though we're half-siblings. I just want to look like somebody who's in my family. So, and, you know, if I get to meet my mother, well, you know, hopefully I'll look like her. Who knows? I just feel like this is fantastic. You know, we're all prepared as much as we can be for the next step now. You know, I guess from their end, they'll have to think about how and when to tell our mother that they know her secret now. Yeah, hopefully it will be okay. Yeah.
The confirmation is cause for celebration.
Turning 60 in a couple of days, so it feels pretty weird to be turning 60 and finding out who my family is. I feel like it's a long time in the making.
A planned trip to Greece with girlfriends to celebrate her milestone birthday now promises to be a family reunion.
You can meet your brothers and sisters. They know I'm coming now, so it's going to be football. But, you know, the language issue. I want to see a similarity with somebody. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's, as you say, a hand or a nose or an ear.
I'm so happy Penny got her miracle through DNA. So here's to Penny and DNA.
Woo! I'm still, like, really excited, and I can't wait to meet them. I just can't wait to meet them.
Having landed in Greece with her friends, there's a breakthrough. Penny's greatest wish is about to come true.
My mother was a bit shocked at first that my siblings, they'd engaged with me and that they were very accepting. She's now happy to meet me, and that's going to happen when we travel down to visit the family very shortly. My aunt asked my mother, apparently just a few days ago, whether she'd thought of me since I was born, because she only got to hold me the once. And she said that she has thought about me every day. So, well, yeah, I didn't think that would mean so much. I'm really looking forward to actually seeing my family in person.
The family has requested the reunion happens privately.
Today, I met my mother. I bawled my eyes out when I gave her my first hug. I saw my resemblance to my mum and bits and pieces with my siblings. I feel so relieved. I feel like the hole in my heart well, there isn't a hole anymore. I feel like that hole is being filled with love and embraced by my Greek family, and I could not have asked for more.
Hi, Penny.
Hi, Naomi.
How are you?
Very good, thank
You
you.
look great. Oh,
Come on in.
thank you. I want to hear all about it. What do you see when you look in the mirror now?
I see a Greek person like I saw in Greece. It was like,
boom.
Yeah. Wow. The best I could have... It was the best I could have hoped for at that time. It was better than the best. It was awesome. And I just feel like, finally...
So if in the past anger and the pain of your experiences were the drivers, what are the drivers now, going into the future?
Well, the drivers are just to connect with my family. I do need to keep visiting or, you know, have them visit. But I can see myself wanting, especially while my mother's alive, to visit Greece as many times as I can. Yeah, I feel like I'm sort of being transported back to a young adult and it's all before me, so...
sort of born again in a way.
Yeah, it feels like born again, and I've got all this life ahead of me to engage in.
And you can go deep. That's the joy of it, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's the only way you can do it, to connect, to have actual face-to-face relationships and experience things together. Yeah, I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to do all of that.
In Mexico City, Sofia Rios Miranda and her mother Maria are exploring the streets near where Maria's father was baptised. And genealogist Nefi Arena Salazar has brought them to a very special address.
Maria, this is the place where your father was born.
Oh, it's so emotional. I mean, and at the same time heartbreaking. It's touching. I'm glad I know where it all started. It's so emotional to know.
A bird's-eye view reveals just how close Jose Nicolas's birthplace was to the Miranda Aguirre family home in which he was raised.
All right, from where we are, it's a 3-minute walk. They were so close. That's just wild. Just right there.
This district was home to a tight-knit enclave of wealthy expats, which included the Lonegans, mingling with the local elite, such as the Miranda Aguirre family. So did the families know each other? And was Luisa's baby willingly given to the childless married couple?
So thinking about Luisa, we know that they frequented the same social circles, the same churches, so we can speculate that they knew each other.
That would have been so hard if she knew where her son was, but knowing not to approach, so the rest of the people wouldn't know that that was her son.
A clipping from a newspaper talks about the high society of that time. This is 1920.
Mrs. S.S. Palmer and Miss Louisa Lonergan, both very regarded in the Anglo-American colony of this city, offered a bridge party to their friends.
So that's Luisa when her child is being registered as a legitimate son of the Miranda family. She's living right there in Mexico City, very close to them, and having a party.
I think it's interesting, the phrase highly regarded, because that means no one knows what happened.
Luisa, 1923, she gets married here in Mexico City, and in the following years, she starts having children. This is a passenger list, it's a ship manifest from the year 1929. Here she's using the surname Riley.
She has 3 kids, Rosemary, Nicholas, another Nicholas, and Frank.
And look at that. So this Nicholas, do you think there was a wound maybe she wanted to heal by naming another child by the same name?
Her father was named Nicholas.
Yes.
So if the idea is, I've never had kids before, it's all been hidden, I have a boy, I'm meant to name him after my father. You know what I mean? You just continue the tradition.
This is the time when Luisa leaves Mexico for good and never comes back.
So she left when Jose Nicolas, my grandfather, was 12 years old. So there was never any mom or dad that went to England.
No.
And then came back.
And does this change your view a little bit with the family history that they had?
Of course it does. My father was given to my grandparents, and they didn't do anything wrong.
There's nothing sinister about the situation.
So I don't know why they made up all that.
Place yourself in that time. The idea of being an illegitimate child. Best to create this lovely couple that had their kid together, and then all of a sudden they could not be around in Mexico anymore. It was all surviving society. The ultimate Mexican melodrama.
And after a day of revelations, there's yet one more surprise.
Do you remember who was your father's godmother?
Luisa's sister.
Hilda.
Hilda actually stayed here in Mexico. So there are 2 grandchildren who are here to meet you. Would you like to go and say hello to them?
Living in Mexico?
Yes.
I'm speechless. So I have a family.
In Mexico City, the history of Sofia Rios Miranda and her mum Maria has been rewritten. Now, in the city where Maria has lived all her life, there's family she didn't know existed.
Hola. I'm Hilda.
Hilda and Mike are grandchildren of Hilda Lonergan, who was Jose Nicolas's auntie.
How is it possible that we didn't know anything about this?
We've learned that Hilda was supportive of Luisa.
Right. She was the godmother of my father.
Okay. So I searching some boxes and I found the pictures of your grandmother to at least give you that joy.
Luisa, Christmas, 1918.
Yeah. My father was 1 year old.
Yeah.
This is one house, the house where they lived.
And look at them just having picnics. It's like snapshots of a lifetime ago.
Yes, it looks like a TV series.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's March 1919.
And they were all laughing. Luisa. Was Luisa laughing?
Looks that way.
Maybe in a perfect world, this shouldn't have happened. They should have kept your father. But, well, that was not the case. So let's try to do the best we can with what we have. And I think we can do that. You can come and meet my kids. And I'm sure they will love to have an aunt.
Yeah. You're part of the family. How does
I'm
it
part
feel?
of the family now. All the years I struggled, not finding any answers. And suddenly, everything opens up. Knowing that we can reconnect makes me feel that anything can happen.
I mean, we've learned so much, but I really want to know who the father of my grandfather was.
At Mexico City's glamorous Hotel Genève, where the wealthy have socialised for more than a century, Maria and Sophia are meeting Ancestry's Christophe Landry, who has answers for them.
I want to start by looking at the family tree. Okay, so we have these 4 sons. We've narrowed your grandfather down to 2 of these, Francis and Leo. So this is Leo.
He looks like my father.
Does he?
Yes.
And this is Francis. Francis and
I
Leo.
remember my father with a pipe.
So we have, on the one hand, the tomb raider, archaeologist, anthropologist, and then we have the artist.
The artist. My father used to draw.
So we can rule out the tomb raider.
All right.
Yes?
We can rule him out. Francis was not in Mexico City. He was in Europe, so we know for sure he was not in the picture. But that leaves
So Leo.
We believe that Leo's your grandfather. Yeah.
Oh, Leo, hi. Grandfather. But how how come he got Luisa pregnant?
This is a story. Luisa was a teenager at the time, and Leo was living on the same street.
So they were neighbors.
One at 47 Dinamarca and the other right across the street. Leo actually was married. His wife, Virginia, gave birth to a daughter in November 1916. She goes to the United States and returns back to Mexico City in January 1917. So there's a window, right?
Yeah. Window of opportunity.
Yeah. And Luisa goes on to marry Thomas Riley.
Yes.
Luisa and Thomas go on to have 3 children. In 1929, Thomas finds out that she had given birth out of wedlock before they married. And Thomas takes one of the children, Nicholas.
So she also lost 2 Nicholas.
Yeah. And we know that Luisa spent years looking for Nicholas. She had no contact with him after Thomas took him to his sister in Ireland.
By linking Louisa's 2 Nicholases, a final jigsaw piece on how the family rumours began falls into place.
Word gets out that she's looking for her second son, Nicholas, right? The second Nicholas. Your grandparents could have confused that with the first Nicholas,
Yes.
right?
Understanding the gossip that Mexico loves, and so Miranda Aguirre's would have probably heard these rumors and sent my grandfather into hiding, thinking that the Nicholas she was searching for was him, sending him away and changing his name.
Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's such a novel. I mean, one can write a novel out of this. I'm glad all the circle now has closed. And many things make sense, even though some hurt.
It means everything. It really does. This is a moment I wanted, that she can put it to rest, that she can let go.
When I think of what my father might be thinking, if he can see me from somewhere, I think he would be smiling and will say, "You have freed me." And as I can rest, maybe he can rest too.